stop everything that you're doing because I have 6 manga that you absolutely have to binge right now. But before we do that, let's get rid of these sunglasses because they look a bit ridiculous on camera now that I'm seeing them. So, here we go. Still look ridiculous. Aloha Manga Club, it's your boy, Lohali, signing in. And like I said, I have 6 manga that you should binge like right now. You should almost stop this video, click through them to find out what they are, and read them because that's how much time, that's how important I think these things really are. This isn't my top 10 shonen. In fact, I went out of my way to try to make sure that these don't appear on any videos that I've made full videos on, and they're not really on any of my other lists. So without further ado, let's dive into number Z, Green Blood. Published in 2011 to 2013 with 49 chapters by Kakizaki Masasumi. Oh man, I'm so excited that I got that on that try. That took a lot more tries and I'm caring to admit right now. The story is so unique to me because it takes place in post-Civil War United States, following the adventures of Brad and Luke Burns as they kind of try to traverse the life of 5 Points, New York City. And to give a little bit of a background on 5 Points, it was one of the most violent, crime-ridden places in the United States at that point in time. It was a lawless land run by gangs, just full of blood and basically servitude to keep these gangs happy, and you kept your life. Now, Brad, it turns out, and this isn't a spoiler so much as it's revealed in chapter 1, is the Grim Reaper. He is the death-dealing assassin for the Gravedigger gang, and it's the story that follows is the battle of wills between Brad doing what he thinks is right by his family and Luke trying to convince him to do better, to be someone better. But this story, there's so much that goes on. It doesn't just take place in New York. It doesn't just focus on Brad and Luke and their relationship with each other. It goes so much further than that. And the artwork behind it is absolutely stunning. It is a little bit more of a violent series, but there's, oh boy, the artwork takes everything and cranks it up that little extra notch that you don't get to see too often in some manga. Like I said, this is the artwork, the story, it's fun, and once you pick it up, you shouldn't set it down. Letter 2 on this list is something that I have mentioned before. I love the author. In fact, it is right on my shelves right there, and that is Pluto. The story by Naoki Urasawa paired with Takashi Nagasaki to expand and bring forward the story of Astro Boy to the 21st century. Now, I know that sounds kind of weird because Astro Boy was kind of a feel-good comic. It was kind of goofy looking, realistically. It was just coming from my point of view. But Urasawa and Takashi really created this beautiful world, a murder mystery, on 65 chapters, 9 volumes. And it explores morality. It explores what does it actually mean to be human. And Urasawa's art, as always, is astounding to me. I really like his artwork. Some people really don't. But I think that you can, if you don't like it, you should look past it for this 9-volume story. And this is my preferred way to get people into the world of Urasawa. You get to see Geist. I think that's how you say it, Geist? I don't speak German, just like I don't speak Japanese. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm the worst at this. But you follow Detective Geist. He is part of Europol to hunt down and really find this mass murderer, this thing that is going around and killing robots and people throughout this world. And he does it in such a way and answers so many unique questions. Again, the central one being, what does it mean to be human? What does it mean to truly feel? And I have to say, this is such an amazing, amazing series. There are a few flaws, but once you dive in and get past chapter 0, you're hooked because it gets you right from the beginning. Third on this list is another fun series called Mare by Nobuyuki Anzai. It was published from 2003 to 2006 with 160 chapters. And guess what? I also have it on my shelves. It's up here. Actually, I had to look around for it for a split second because I've rearranged everything recently. But this story follows Ginta, Babo, and Jack as they adventure around Mare Heaven, and that stands for Marchen Awakens Romance. The story takes fairy tales, it takes tall tales, combines them all into one gigantic mashup where they fight with superpowered weapons, and I think it takes shonen and it doesn't do anything new, it doesn't reinvent the formula, and that's what I love about it. All 160 chapters were fun to read. The artwork inside of it, again, not revolutionary, but oh boy, did I really enjoy it. Like, when you take a look at it, it's just fun. It's playful. In the world that it pulls you into, it doesn't try to explain everything and make it all super serial. It's just a fun shonen. And to me, that's an exceedingly important aspect when it comes to anything overall. Next up is a manhwa that I 100% mentioned in a list video. And the only reason why I'm mentioning it again is because I think it deserves a season 3, and I'm going to keep hammering that into the heads of the creators until they get it done for us. And that is The Breaker and The Breaker New Waves. This is 273 chapters so far of fast-paced kung fu martial arts action, published starting in 2007, and technically we're still waiting on chapter 3, on season 3, I guess is what they call it in manhwa world. And oh boy, am I holding my breath for it. For 5 years. Now, these names I am 100% going to butcher, so I apologize. I am going to read them. It is Jeon Gyok-jin is the story author, and Park Jin-hwan is the creator of the art. And oh boy, the world that they create in Seoul is beautiful. It's breathtaking. This has some of the most amazing art that I think that I have seen in a manga or manhwa over time. In fact, a tweet that I put out as of recording this video had a panel from season 2, and the way that the story grabs me, it gives me chills every single time, and it just pushes you along and along and along. It's not too complicated, it's not overthought, it is 100% a martial arts manga, and it embraces every aspect of that. The fights are so exciting and fun. The story and relationship between Shi Woon and his Song Seung Nim, I can't pronounce that, Chun Woo, is really fun. And how their relationship develops over the 2 seasons that we have so far. I didn't expect it to go that way, but it did, and I was not terribly upset. In fact, we see Shi Woon in season 2 become part of the Sun Woo clan, and everything that entails, and there's some absolutely spine-tingling sentences that pop up in here. Like, one of them is, are you going to, basically he says, are you going to keep disrespecting me? And the guy who's disrespecting him goes, oh crap, I probably better stop disrespecting him. He's probably going to punch my head right off his shoulders. And he would have, and he could have. That's how great The Breaker is. Like, if you have never seen it, go look it up right now and just start reading. It starts off silly, it starts off fun, and it turns everything kind of more serious as we get further and further along in the story. The martial arts gets, I don't know how to describe it properly, just some of the moves that they do are so fun, so different, and the way that they play it off is just a blast. In fact, you can ask my friend Toaster Cat what he thinks, and I'm sure that he would tell you the exact same. This is a series that you absolutely have to binge right now. Just pause the video, go read all 273 chapters, and come back to me. I'm going to assume that you paused and came back, which leaves us with the final 2 on this list. And again, since these were no particular order, I'm going to do these in the reverse of what I was going to talk with them about. There was going to be Parasite, published in 1989 to 1995 by Hitoshi Iwaki. Yes. Now, this is a very much talked about series that recently got an anime adaptation, and it was such a blast. You follow the adventures of Shinichi and the parasite in his hand, Migi. And just the way that they explore the world around them. And again, this answers and asks more questions about what it truly means to be human. What does it mean to be alive? What does it mean to be sentient? What is our responsibility on this earth? But it wraps it up in a nice body horror, regular horror, violent action manga. This is probably the only horror manga that I've read and enjoyed. And I don't know if that's saying anything crazy or locomotive, because I can't say loco. This is just so much fun, and it's only 64 chapters. I mean, that is a quick read. And if you don't feel like reading it, go watch the anime. The anime is breathtakingly beautiful. It updates it in just the right ways so it feels modern, but it keeps the central integrity of the story in its hands. Now, number 6 on this list is different from 1 through 5 because it is an ongoing story, and I picked it up last year. I've talked about it a few times, and I've reread it at least twice, and that is Kingdom by Yasuhisa Hara. I'm going to call him Hara because I can't pronounce things, as we've very well discovered today. As of recording this video, there are 637 chapters that have been published since 2006 to the present day, and it is ongoing. This follows the story of Shin, who has the will to be a great general under the heavens in the Warring States period of China. And it is such a, oh man, you push through, you want to see the action, you want to take a bite out of everything that's going on. There are battle tactics, there's romance, there's plot progression, there are plot holes. This story has everything, and I love it to death. Like I said, it is a very, very quick read because you don't necessarily have to read what's going on to understand the story. I know that sounds like a very negative thing, but the way that the art is drawn by Hara, it's a blast to see with your eyes. It's a blast to just take in. There is something so magical about this world and its characters. You feel for Shin and his Haishin group. The struggles, the triumphs, everything pulls you in and it makes you want to read more. This is definitely on another one on my list, but I don't care. I don't care that some of these were on my list because they're all freaking great. So what are some manga that you think you have to have people binge? Let me know in the comments down below. If you've read some of these, just tell me about them. Oh man, these are 6 manga that you absolutely need to binge right now. Like I said, stop the video, go read them. For everyone new and old, welcome and welcome back. It's your boy Lohali, and I will see you next video.